The Romans were masters of engineering, conquerors of empires, and innovators of daily life. But one question lingers. How did they survive the smoldering heat of Mediterranean summers without modern air conditioning? Did they rely on ingenious architecture, clever fashion, or perhaps even solutions that rival today's technology? Is it possible that ancient Rome developed cooling techniques centuries ahead of their time? The evidence raises remarkable possibilities. To understand how the Romans kept cool, it is important to recognize the world they built. Rome rose from a city on the Italian peninsula to command provinces stretching across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Summers in many of these regions were brutally hot, with temperatures often soaring under relentless sun. For a population accustomed to public life in bustling forums, crowded bathhouses, and open amphitheaters, escaping the heat was not just a matter of comfort, but also health. The Romans celebrated practicality, and their solutions to summer's discomfort reveal both their ingenuity and their obsession with engineering a better daily life. Roman architecture itself became a weapon against the summer sun. Buildings in wealthy neighborhoods often relied on thick stone walls, which absorbed heat during the day and released it slowly at night. Courtyards, open-air atriums, and shaded porticos allowed air to circulate naturally, creating cooler environments inside homes. Archaeologists studying villas at Pompeii and Herculaneum have found evidence of shaded gardens at the heart of residences, designed to trap breezes while keeping out blinding sunlight. Even public structures like the Colosseum included massive awnings to cover spectators, demonstrating how architecture doubled as climate control. Water was at the center of Roman life, and it was harnessed not only for hygiene and display, but also for cooling. The aqueducts, famed for transporting clean water across vast distances, supplied fountains, public baths, and private households in cities. Flowing water introduced a cooling effect, especially in fountains and pools surrounded by marble, which retained coldness even in sweltering weather. Elite villas sometimes incorporated flowing water channels indoors, creating a refreshing atmosphere akin to modern cooling systems. Historians believe this integration of water into public life was one of Rome's greatest defenses against extreme summer temperatures. The bathhouse, or thermae, was another cornerstone of Roman cooling culture. While known for hot pools and heated rooms, many complexes also contained frigidaria, large cold water pools meant for immersion after time in warmer baths. These facilities often acted like community centers, and during the height of summer, citizens flocked to them for relief. Archaeologists have identified pipes and clever drainage systems designed to keep water fresh and at varying temperatures, showing that bathhouses were not just about leisure, but also functional spaces to regulate the body's comfort in the heat. Fashion and habits played a practical role in managing the summer climate. Roman citizens, especially in Italy and North Africa, wore light tunics of linen that allowed airflow. Wealthier individuals sometimes carried umbrellas or used attendants to shade them with fans. Evidence from mosaics and writings suggests the elite enjoyed lounging in shaded garden pavilions, reclining while servants brought cooled drinks. Ice harvested from mountains was occasionally stored and even used to chill wines for the wealthy. While ordinary Romans did not have access to such luxuries, nearly all classes sought shade and lighter dress during oppressive summer days. Few Roman innovations demonstrate their battle with heat more dramatically than the velarium, the enormous awning system of the Colosseum. This massive structure could seat more than 50,000 spectators under blistering sun, yet engineers devised a canvas roof stretched across with ropes and pulleys. Scholars believe as many as 1,000 sailors from the Roman fleet were required to operate the system. The awning cast shadows across the audience, while the open design allowed air to circulate. It was a feat of coordination as much as engineering, revealing the seriousness with which Romans confronted heat even during leisure. The natural environment was equally employed as a cooling strategy. Many Roman villas were built on hillsides or near the sea to capture breezes. Open courtyards were planted with trees and greenery, recognizing the power of shade to lower local temperature. Water features such as pools and artificial lakes added humidity and cooling by evaporation. Decorative gardens known as horti were more than status symbols. They doubled as a natural air conditioning system for those who could afford them. Today, studies of microclimates in excavated Roman estates confirm the measurable cooling impact of these carefully planned landscapes. Among the most surprising accounts of Roman cooling comes from descriptions of wealthy households. Some elite Romans enjoyed rooms cooled through elaborate water circulation, where aqueduct-fed water flowed beneath floors or within walls to absorb heat, an inversion of their more famous hypocaust system, which was used to warm rooms. Roman writers also mention the use of snow and ice, stored in deep pits insulated with straw, or brought down from mountains by enterprising suppliers. Such luxuries were not common, but they reveal that in the homes of the rich, extreme measures were taken to guarantee comfort during the hottest months. Food and drink also became a tool for cooling. Romans relished chilled beverages, sometimes mixing wine with snow or adding fruit syrups kept in shaded storage. Records suggest that wealthier families served cooling dishes, from fresh fruits to lightly chilled wines, making summer dining a sensory strategy against the climate. Public festivals during summer months often took place at night or in shaded venues, reducing exposure to the sun's intensity. These cultural habits reveal how the concept of comfort intertwined with ritual, pleasure, and tradition. Much of what is known about Roman cooling comes from a combination of archaeological discoveries, written accounts from authors like Seneca and Pliny, and modern scientific studies of preserved villas and infrastructure. Frescoes and mosaics have revealed shaded lounging areas, while excavation of plumbing systems demonstrates how water was directed throughout towns and estates. Historians today believe these practices represented a sophisticated mixture of practicality and luxury, designed to address not only necessity, but also the cultural value Romans placed on refinement and leisure. The Romans did not retreat from the summer heat by accident. They engineered, adapted, and innovated with determination, leaving behind a legacy of architecture, lifestyle, and technology designed to transform discomfort into opportunity. From awnings spread over giant amphitheaters to courtyards designed for breezes, from chilled drinks to marble-fitted pools, the strategies they employed were both simple and astonishingly advanced. Today, we can still see the remnants of their fight against the sun carved into ruins and written into history. Their solutions remind us that even in the face of nature's relentless heat, Rome found ways to conquer not only empires, but the climate itself.